What really happened in those few seemingly ordinary seconds? Why did a single honest remark from Jungkook trigger such an unexpected wave of speculation? And how could a silent glance from Taehyung shift millions of fans' attention away from words and toward unspoken emotion? Was this merely a coincidence, or a hidden clue that had gone unnoticed all along? These questions now echo among ARMY, fueling a curiosity that is impossible to ignore, as if something deeper lies beneath what appeared to be just another interaction between two members of BTS who have grown up together under the global spotlight. It all began with a short clip that quickly spread across social media. Lasting less than 10 seconds, it seemed simple at first glance. Jungkook appeared relaxed, speaking in a light, almost playful tone. Yet within that seemingly ordinary moment, he said something that many fans considered too honest. His words were not long, nor particularly dramatic, and yet, somehow, they felt like they revealed another layer of a relationship that the public had only ever been able to guess. At the same time, the camera unintentionally captured Taehyung's expression. There were no words, no exaggerated reaction,
no interruption.
and that was precisely what made it so unusual. In an entertainment world often filled with carefully crafted expressions, such silence felt far more genuine, and perhaps far more dangerous in terms of public interpretation. Fans immediately began to wonder what was really behind that look. Was it a sign of surprise? Or a silent acknowledgement of something that could not be openly expressed in front of the camera? Or perhaps, could it have been a spontaneous reaction to something that was never meant to be said out loud? The closeness between Taehyung and Jungkook is nothing new. Since the early days of BTS, the two have frequently been seen supporting each other, joking around, and displaying a bond that feels natural and unforced. Many consider their dynamic to be one of the most compelling within the group. Their chemistry has always appeared authentic, and that authenticity is exactly what keeps fans paying attention to even the smallest details. But precisely because of that closeness, even the slightest change becomes significant. A different kind of glance, a pause that lasts just a fraction longer than usual, or even a subtle shift in tone can spark widespread speculation. And this time, all those elements seem to converge in one brief moment that proved impossible to ignore. Some fans began analyzing Jungkook's statement more deeply. They replayed the clip repeatedly, trying to uncover hidden meaning behind every word. Some argued that he was simply joking, as he often does. Others, however, believed that there was an unintentional honesty in what he said, something that may have been kept inside for a long time but slipped out without careful thought. Meanwhile, Taehyung's gaze became the center of attention. Many felt that his reaction was too calm for what should have been just a casual remark. Some even suggested that there was a restrained emotion behind his expression. Was it shock? Or something deeper? Perhaps a feeling he chose not to reveal publicly? This phenomenon highlights how a small moment can evolve into a major discussion in the digital age. Within hours, the clip had been analyzed by thousands, even millions of people. Every detail was magnified, every movement observed, every possibility considered. And through it all, one thing became clear. Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship still holds many mysteries that have yet to be fully understood. Interestingly, this is not the first time their interactions have sparked such reactions. Throughout BTS's career, there have been numerous moments where the two became the focus of attention due to their dynamic. Yet something about this moment felt different. Perhaps it was the context. Perhaps it was the way Jungkook said it. Or perhaps it was Taehyung's gaze, which seemed more expressive than ever before. Some pop culture observers have even begun to examine this phenomenon from a broader perspective. They argue that the public's fascination with moments like these is not just about individual relationships, but also about how fans construct their own narratives. In many cases, fans are not merely spectators. They become active interpreters, creating meaning from every interaction they witness. This, of course, raises another question. How far can public interpretation be considered valid? Is it possible that people are seeing something that isn't really there? Or could it be that artists, even unintentionally, leave subtle hints that are picked up by attentive fans. Amid all this speculation, one thing cannot be denied: the emotional impact of that moment. Many fans admitted to feeling touched, confused, even slightly shocked after watching the clip. Some felt closer to their idols, as if they had glimpsed a more personal side. Others, however, felt concerned, wondering whether something might be wrong behind the scenes. These varied reactions reflect the powerful bond between BTS and their fans. Every small moment can become significant because of the deep emotional connection involved. And in this case, that connection was intensified by the combination of Jungkook's honesty and Taehyung's silence, two elements that may seem simple, yet carry immense weight. As time goes on, the discussion surrounding this moment shows no sign of fading. On the contrary, more theories continue to emerge. Some attempt to link it to past events, searching for patterns or consistency in their behavior. Others prefer to appreciate the moment as it is, without overanalyzing it. Yet one question still lingers: was Jungkook truly too honest in that moment? And if so, what exactly did he reveal? Was it merely coincidence, or a rare instance where the boundary between public and private life became slightly blurred? Taehyung's gaze, on the other hand, remains an unsolved mystery. Perhaps only he knows what he truly felt in that instant. And perhaps that is precisely why the moment is so captivating. Because in a world filled with instant answers, sometimes the most compelling thing is an unanswered question, and maybe that is where the true power of this moment lies. Not in what was said, but in what was left unsaid. Not in what was clearly visible, but in what could only be felt. When the camera stopped recording and the clip came to an end, what remained was not just an image or a sound, but a lingering curiosity in the minds of fans. A curiosity that drives them to keep searching, keep questioning, and keep hoping that one day they might find the answers they've been looking for. Until that moment comes, one thing is certain: this brief interaction stands as proof that even in silence, there are stories that can speak louder than words. And in the world of BTS, it is moments like these that make everything feel so real, so close, and so impossible to forget. And yet, as the clip continued to circulate, something even more intriguing began to unfold. The conversation did not stop at what was visible on the surface. Instead, it deepened, evolving into a collective effort among fans to reconstruct the emotional context behind that fleeting exchange. Could a single glance truly carry that much meaning, or were millions projecting their own interpretations onto a moment that was never meant to be dissected so intensely? The more the video was replayed, the more details seemed to emerge. Jungkook's tone, initially perceived as lighthearted, began to sound layered upon closer listening. Was there a subtle hesitation before he spoke? A slight shift in his expression that hinted at awareness, perhaps even realization, of what he was about to say. These micro moments